Wife has been in constant contact with her ex-boyfriend for 2 months straight on Snapchat. The street she goes. Hey, everyone. Not so much looking for affirmation. More so trying to get a few different brains on the situation. Long and short is that my wife had been Snapchatting with her ex-boyfriend from over 6 years ago. To preface this situation, we have been together for a bit over 6 years, married going on a bit over a year and a half, have recently been in marriage counseling for 3 weeks now, due to rocky roads financial-wise, but things have honestly been on the up and up. We argue better and are honestly communicating our needs and feelings, or so I thought. She went to walk the dog overnight and left her phone on the couch. I normally don't ever search through her phone, as I trust her more than anyone I know. As I was walking past her phone to go to our room, her screen lit up with a Snap notification from someone with the same exact name as her ex. I picked up her phone, unlocked it, and upon opening Snapchat, saw that she has a 64-day Snap streak with this dude. I opened the Snap, and it was a pic of him. It was indeed her ex-boyfriend. To make matters worse, there is an emoji symbol next to his name with 2 hearts, which upon Googling, I found that it apparently means they have been each other's #1 Snap friend for 2 months straight. This is not the first time some shady stuff has happened with her and texting other guys. She had a male coworker that was obviously interested in her about 8 or 9 months ago, and it made it very apparent that I didn't like him as he was texting her about non-work related stuff after 9 or 10 at night. So it came time for her to upgrade her phone, and I was setting up her new one and saw that she had muted notifications from this guy. In the texts, he had asked her to meet up for coffee and she had agreed, but something came up, so it didn't happen. I will admit I'm not a good communicator when dealing with emotional stuff. Especially when it is confronting someone I trust with my life. Shout out foster care emotional trauma, so I held on to it for a few days to digest and then confront her about it. She broke down and said she had muted the convo because she saw that I would get upset when he was texting her, work-related or not. We made up. She promised to not let anything happen like that again. That was the last time I checked your phone, and then fast forward to now, and I find this freaking garbage. Regarding the ex situation, I'm not sure what to do. I am obviously not meeting her needs in some way. If she finds it okay to communicate with her ex-boyfriend on Snapchat every day for over 2 months straight, I've asked him about it before as we were discussing making fun of crazy exes in just like a month or 2 ago, and I asked if she still talked to him or if he talked with her, and she said only a few times a year, and she was cordial with him. Just lost and would love some perspective on what to say, how to move forward. I love this woman to death and want to make it work. I'm just so lost. Ask for some advice, and Yara will give it to you. And I asked if she still talked to him or if he talked with her, and she said only a few times a year, and she was cordial with often. It's a little lies that give away a person's intentions at the start, but now you have a massive big fat lies staring you in the face. That is not good. At this stage, you have to just drop it on her. The sooner the better. If that means you coming straight out and calling her on her lie, then so be it, but you must confront her about this now. But in all seriousness, lying to this degree, and given the Snap run she has with him, shows that she is in the throes of, at a minimum, emotionally cheating on you. It is not a great leap forward to take it to a physical cheating stage, and you do not want it to end but that. You have a chance now to try and recover your marriage. If you hesitate now and wait for further proof, you may as well get hold of a lawyer now and start divorce proceedings. Because as it stands, she is cheating on you and is now openly lying to your face. There are some tools in your arsenal, the 180 being probably the main one, to show your distrust towards her, but at this stage, that will only result in pushing her closer to the ex. So for now, confront. And now for update 1. Well, what a whirlwind of 24 hours. I appreciate all of the comments in my last post. I have read every single one, and the consensus is to go ahead and cut my losses. I am at this time leaning more towards that. As you can't even walk on a gravel road a year and a half in, how can we ever be able to cross the mountains that will inevitably come in a lifelong relationship like this? Can still admit I am somewhat lost, but I'm actively trying to work through it. My wife and I had another discussion where I cross-checked what she was saying to me and what the fiancé of the affair partner had told me. Most of it lined up, except that the affair partner was, of course, denying everything. Some more of it had come out. She had been in contact with the affair partner after solidifying the dates of the trip to see her mom. I talked with her mom, and my wife did in fact do what she said she was going to with her mom while there, except for the morning of her flight. She had been in contact to see if her partner, if his work schedule lined up. And apparently, it happened to. So they drove around and smoked hot and talked. And then when he dropped her off at the airport, he said, "Where's Micus?" And in her words, I met him in the middle. She does seem remorseful, and I'm sure some of it is genuine. I believed a lot more of it was genuine until she said that she realized what she did was wrong and wants me to forgive her because I quote really has hit. You know what I mean? I roll back into my freaking skull. My response was that the reality is that I literally paid for her to go and kiss another man. On that front, she is pretty adamant about nothing happening beyond kissing. But again, only her and affair partner know what really happened, and I've dug and dug, and the answer has always been that nothing else went on. Now on to next steps. I reached out to a divorce lawyer and he quoted me about $1,500 to get the papers in a no-fault divorce drawn up. Is going no-fault the best option, or should I pursue the at-fault? I don't have much evidence other than a screenshot of her Snapstreak and a picture of the guy. I looked up the 180, and I'm following what it says to do. She said that she wanted me to be angry and upset and all of that because that way she would know I want this relationship to continue. Back is, what I want is changing you on the hour, so I don't really know what to do and how to treat her. She keeps saying I love you to me. I don't really love her right now. Is it okay to not say that back to her? And finally, the 180 mentioned that I shouldn't bring up or mention the relationship or the future or anything. I should only talk about it when she is ready because she needs to be the one leading this cart and putting in the effort. It's not on me to change. I don't know. Still kinda lost. Some more reactions, one from BEB252. Don't give in to her love bombing and unlimited sexual favors. Most cheaters who get caught do that. If you can gather all the evidence of their communication, do so. Also, don't believe in everything she says. Cheaters lie. Everything that comes out of her mouth is considered a lie unless proven otherwise. Lovers don't just drive around for hours, smoke pot, then kiss. Nope. Never happened. Have yourself STD tested, of course. They definitely had sex. That's 100% sure. It's a good thing that you don't love her right now. It's easier for you to move on. She's not worth it. Another comment from ASC 1226. She's not remorseful. She regrets getting caught, and the changes it could mean for her. And another comment from, Hawaii 19. She also regrets losing the partner that brings 85% of the income. 100% said she quit without discussing it with him first. No doubt. Hope she's not remorseful. She makes incredibly important decisions by herself, and then she's on you. While making you pay for her cheating trip. She's just worried she'll be losing her piggy bank. One more comment before the next update. Special Response 7372 says, I think you should speak with an attorney about whether you want to file for an at-fault divorce. It might affect whether she can ask for alimony. Edited to add, you do not need to tell her you love her if you don't want to. She's saying it all the time because she realizes she screwed up and she's scared. Love bombing you doesn't fix what she did, so don't feel obligated to say it back. Update 2. Hey to everyone. Well, Pam, I did it. Told her I wanted to separate. Thus, ensued possibly the intense gaslighting and psychological manipulation I've ever been a privy to in my life. She has somehow twisted it in her brain that I am the bad guy for not wanting to try and reconcile, that I don't think our marriage is worth it. Whatever makes her sleeping out, I guess. Had a text waiting for me when I woke up this morning from her grandmother telling me how surprised she was to discover that my love for her granddaughter was too shallow to work through this issue. F that. I didn't cheat on me. Her granddaughter did. I fully own my partner condition that led my wife to make this choice, but I did not make her make that choice to cheat on me. Told her that I deserve to be with someone that doesn't cheat on me, and that I can trust unequivocally, and that her granddaughter deserves a partner that is going to trust her completely, and that I will never again. Was told that I have trust issues I need to go to therapy for because trust can always be regained. I just don't want to put in the work. I know what I have to offer someone, and I want to be with someone that I don't have to change for. That me being me is going to be enough and actually appreciated. My wife doesn't really like any of the hobbies that I entertain myself with. Going to drop the divorce agreement with her hopefully this week. We're both young, very little shared debt, no kids, no house. Should be pretty straightforward. I'll update you guys after the papers are signed. Waste me luck. A few more comments from the community before we call this case closed. Pops 3284 says Grandma probably did it a little cheating herself back in the day and doesn't think it's a deal. Go ahead with those papers. Don't look back and focus on yourself. A Ethan V says, don't want to put in the work. This makes me laugh. Granny should have berated her granddaughter for not putting in the work to not cheat on her husband. I suspect Granny or Granddad has had a few extramoral interactions in their day, so she's projecting her life choices on you. You do you. Don't let anyone tell you what you want. Or what is good for your life. Bell 17 says good for you, mate, don't hesitate to cut contact after the divorce. The last comment comes from Yara Yara. That I don't think our marriage is worth it. It doesn't occur to her that the marriage is not worth it because it's not. Good luck in your upcoming divorce, and unless you have any reason, just ghost her from your life until the paperwork is signed, sealed, and delivered. Time to go 180 and Greyrock on her from